Hello everyone, I'm Gunisha studying in Shri Venkateshwara College of Engineering. Today I'll be taking up the topic command arguments and options that are available in Unix programming from the subject Unix. So getting into the first topic, or what is basically Unix. So here it is operating system that will utilize commands to perform different visual tasks. And also these command arguments that are available can be modified, the behavior of these commands. That is, we can modify the behavior of all these commands. And next thing is how to understand them. Uh, Efficiently is one of most crucial for the effective Unix stage language usage. And what are these command arguments? So these are the additional pieces of information provided to a command. So here, moving on to one more definition, it states that these are the options or data that is passed to a command to modify its behavior or provide a input. So here these will specifically typically specify files or directories on which the command will operate, and also these arguments can be mandatory or optional depending on the command that will be specified by the user. So what are the types of command arguments that are present? So types of command arguments are options, operands. So these two are the major classifications that is available. So here, these are the position arguments that must be provided in a specific order, and that is the options and named arguments such as which will allow the user to specify options using the flags or keywords. So which type of command or argument we are giving to this command is very much important for the execution of the particular command. So what are the command options that are available in Unix are? The first thing is these options will help to modify the operation of a command. So they'll start with hyphen or two hyphens for a long option, and this options can also be enabled or disabled for the customization of the execution. So single dash or hyphen, what will they represent us? It will indicate a period of time and range of numbers to indicate a score, to indicate a distance, whereas hyphen for hyphenated words like quick-witted, workaholic, and it is also used to link prefixes in words, and also to indicate numbers sometimes, and also to indicate the word breaks like 20th century. So m dash or double hyphen that is present will be used to demonstrate a break in the sentence, and also highlighting the important words that are present, and also nothing but to emphasize an important piece of information given in the particular para or in the particular sentence, and also it will indicate an unexpected change of idea that will be provided. So what is the short options? So hyphen is nothing but the short option. So here it will consist of a single letter that will be preceded by a hyphen. So for example, hyphen A, hyphen B can also be written as hyphen AB for the brevity. That is, to shorten it, we can also use the same option. So what are these long options that is available is they begin with two hyphens and are very much easier to remember than compared to the short option that is available. So here all before all there are two hyphens that are present. So this will be more clearer than the short option count that is available by the in the Unix command. So what are these combining options and arguments that are present? So here the options that are provided by the Unix can be combined with various arguments for the powerful command execution. So the order of options and arguments can also impact the command behavior of the programming or the execution. And for example, if there is a file present in the user, and here this detailed format for which in which directly the file is present will also play a very major role. So what is the comparison between the required arguments and the optional arguments? So here in this required arguments, so here they'll require only specific arguments to functions correctly, whereas this optional arguments will completely provide additional functionality, and these are not mandatory, whereas required arguments are very much mandatory in the execution of a particular command. And which command is very much required for the execution is also has also must be kept in mind while considering all these executions. And some examples of this command usage will be the CP command that is used to copy the files. So it will require the destiny or it will require the source and destination arguments or the address of both to copy a file from certain location to another location. Whereas this command nv-i file1.txt slash backup slash, so this will help the user to move a file with an interactive option, that is from where and where it has to be moved, and using rm -rf slash path to directory will remove the files and also the directories recursively and forcefully. Once we perform this, all the files that are present particularly in this directory will be moved to some other location. So what is this man command? How this man command will help us is, so it is a manual that is provided for the Unix programming, and also here it you running this man command, so it will display the detailed information that will be present in the usage, or that will be present by the performer, and also this acts as a valuable resource for understanding the command arguments and options that are present in Unix programming. So why is this arguments important and how do we quote it properly? So here, the quoting of the argument will play a very major role because it will prevent the shell from interpreting special characters. Like when we use single quote or double quotes, we can also to preserve spaces in the arguments. So the confusion should not be created whether it is an argument or a hyphen or it is a code that is be used. So here one input accurately has to be intended to the command before the execution. So here in the quote sentence, if we see, my mother has told me kindness as your most important attribute. So here we are quoting the word said by the mother, whereas when it is used in dialogue, we use it multiple times, such that we have to also take care that it is not eliminating the empty space that is left before the word or after the, sorry, before the hyphen or after the hyphen. So wildcard is also available in argument. So those are and question mark. So this will enable pattern matching in file names, and also they'll allow the users to specify multiple files without listing each and every file. What are the how to handle spaces in these file names? When you're giving file names, the major problem is we have to give a appropriate file name to the file, and also if there is any space related issues, it has to be handled correctly. So here giving or enclosing files with a proper file name in quotes will prevent misinterpretation of by the shell. For example, our file name with space.txt will correctly target the file, that is that particular file having the file name with space dot text will get opened and getting confused whether this was the file or the other something other is being looked for. Next is command substitution for argument. So here it will allow the output of the one command to be used as an argument. So that will be used using backticks or the dollar open braces and close braces syntax. And for example, is $pwd. So this particular command will list the files in the current directory obtained from the pwd substitution or from the pwd source. So what are environmental variables? How will we use this as argument? So here these will be used in the place of hard-coded values in commands, and these are referred with the symbol dollar symbol, and proceeding to this the variable name will be present. So example is echo $home. So it will display the path to the user's home directory. So what are the default values for the argument? So here, basics or some of the most basic commands will also allow default values if no argument is provided to that particular solution or to that particular execution. So it is also beneficial for us to get to know about what are these defaults and how efficient the command usage has to be done to perform all these commands. For example, TAR is something default to the current directory if the path of the directory is not specified. So how will this error handling will take place with respect to the arguments are? So if there are any incorrect arguments are present, then it will lead to command failures, and many commands will return error messages indicating issues that will be originated with the arguments. And we have to learn how to interpret these messages such that it is essential for troubleshooting. So, what are the best practices or how efficiently can we use this arguments and options is always refer to the command manual to understand what are the required arguments and options. So, before getting into directly getting to know that I know everything and getting involved in such things, we have to first thing is to refer the command manual properly, and also to to use quotes and special characters and escape characters wherever it is very much necessary, and also different combinations of options has to be practiced to use such that the command line skill also be increased. So here, these arguments and options are very much essential for effective unique operation, and understanding all these command operation will also increase the productivity and also will increase the proficiency of the user. Thank you for watching.